Stay away from each other. That's the message coming from the White House, our governor, even our local county and city leaders, as President Trump directs Americans to limit their social gatherings to fewer than 10 people.
And to also help slow the spread of coronavirus, Mr. Trump asked all Americans to avoid unnecessary travel, stop congregating in restaurants and bars, and to conduct school studies from home when possible. Joy's here now with what else has happened in the coronavirus fight today. Joy?
So much. It seems like these messages are coming nonstop all day long. Kent, Mary, Jacksonville Mayor Lenny Curry just posted on Twitter reminding us and reminding everyone, if you think you need to be tested, don't show up at an emergency room. If everyone shows up, it will break our health systems. Call your doctor or the Department of Health first. And people are heeding the warnings from our local leaders all the way up to President Trump.
Avoid gathering in groups of more than 10 people, avoid discretionary travel, and avoid eating and drinking at bars, restaurants, and public food courts.
President Trump and the National Coronavirus Task Force stressing social distancing and a specific message for millennials who have taken advantage of recent school and business shutdowns to hang out together.
Millennials can speak to one another about how important it is in this moment to protect all of the people.
The president is being backed by some well-known faces.
Look, this is serious, Now's the time to really think about social distancing.
Actor Idris Elba telling his fans on Twitter he has tested positive for the coronavirus, saying he quarantined himself after finding out a friend tested positive last week. Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson are now out of the hospital and in self-quarantine at their home in Australia, 5 days after telling fans on Instagram they tested positive for the virus. To help with social distancing, the U.S. Supreme Court has postponed hearing cases. The White House has canceled its annual Easter egg roll tradition that officially dates back to 1878. And people are getting the point. The proof is in the private sector. The Dow taking a nosedive, losing almost 3,000 points Monday, its worst point drop in history. With more customers staying away from stores, Amazon is now trying to keep up with online orders, saying it needs to hire 100,000 people nationwide just to keep up with demand. And people aren't traveling, and airline companies worldwide are asking their governments for help as industry insiders predict most airlines will be bankrupt by the end of May. In the U.S. alone, airlines are asking for $50 billion worth of help. Most of the casinos and resorts in Las Vegas, which are owned by the Wynn and MGM, are closing starting Tuesday. Movie producer Universal Pictures may have figured out a way to stay afloat. It's movies that are in theaters right now. The company's making them available online this week. And the WWE has issued a statement saying WrestleMania and all related events in Tampa Bay are canceled, but it will still stream live April 5th from Orlando, available on pay-per-view. Help is on the way, with drive-through testing popping up in cities across the country. Governor DeSantis saying that includes TIAA Bank Field.
I spoke with the owner of the Dolphins today, Steve Ross. They're going to let us use the parking lot at the Dolphins Stadium. The Jacksonville Jaguars will let us use that stadium, and the Orange County the parking lot at that stadium, and the Orange County Convention Center will let us use that parking lot.
But a vaccine? There are at least 2 trials already in the works, one in the U.S. and one in Germany. Dr. Anthony Fauci, the lead U.S. authority on infectious diseases, says people are already participating in a vaccine trial, but the results won't come this year.
And the individuals will be followed for 1 year, both for safety and whether it induces the kind of response that we predict would be protective.
Some grocery stores overseas, they're creating elderly hours to allow senior customers to get their shopping done before the rest of the public enters the store. So much talk about protecting our seniors' health. Now, those stores are now calling on American grocers to do the same. Dollar General announced it will be devoting its first hour every day to senior customers starting tomorrow.